Guys? Guys? When the last episode ended, I was all by myself. Am I still alone? What am I supposed to do? Guys? Are you there? Well, I guess I'll just go on by myself then.
Oh, what is it we have here? Just one Hajime, no BSG, and not another soul in sight. It's almost perfect, wouldn't you say?
Oh God, why are you here?
You get out! We don't need you here, kid! It's time for the final bingo winner, and we have some adult themes to discuss.
The winner this time is superb class, but what am I doing here?
Fundamentally speaking, there are 3 different types of people. The kind of person who eats their favorite part of a meal first, the kind of person who eats their favorite part of the meal last, and the kind of person who for some reason eats everything on their plate evenly, so they finish everything at roughly the same time. It really says a lot about your personality depending on which one of those styles that you pick. For instance, if you like to save things for last, that means you favor delayed gratification. You've got some patience. If you eat the thing you like first, it means you want what you want and you want it right now. And if you eat everything evenly, then you're kind of a weirdo, aren't you? It's a really important part of understanding a person. So, how about it? Which one are you? You know which one I am? I'm a robot and I don't eat. That means I'm not like any of you at all.
But that's not true. You clearly ate the meat on the bone in the first trial.
Well, that was, just because I can eat doesn't mean I have to or anything. You got fed cake in that one optional scene too, right? Then you're just a stuffed animal.
So are you stupid big brother.
Does this look like a stuffed animal to you? You come here right now!
What?
You remember that guy here for me? Did I ever tell you about the time he threw a party?
No, you didn't. How was it?
Pretty darn good. Kiyotaka got totally hammered.
Oh my, to think that the ultimate moral compass would allow himself to do something like that.
Trust me, after the headache he got afterwards, he won't do it again. He also had a headbanging competition with Mahito and Chihito. It was a serious bash.
That sounds lovely. Who won it?
Chihito.
The ultimate programmer won? Splendid! Then give him my greatest congratulations from me.
Well, I would do that, but he's pretty tied up at the moment.
Oh, why's that?
He's busy working out alone in the locker room.
Alone? Just by himself? Where did Mondo go?
Crazy, right? Mondo left him hanging. He's probably in a butter place right now. I should kill him for that betrayal. Don't you think?
Kill? That's horrible! You wouldn't even have the balls to do something awful like that.
That's what Leon said as well. But I proved him wrong right off the bat.
What? So cruel. Why did nobody make a security plan for the party to prevent this?
Oh, Byakuya did. But his plans just had too many holes. Really terrible experience in the end. Did you catch all the puns and in-jokes and references to specific events in bad taste? I counted 15! Well done, class! Well done! You really make a bear cry!
I don't really understand what happened here, but I just know you're up to no good.
And now, without further ado, give it up for BSG! And that's what I think, too. I'm not sure, but I have the feeling that we just got insulted in some way.
Yeah, but how's that different from anything else?
You know, that's a good point. I'm the opinionator.
I'm we squared. And a lot of stuff has happened.
Right, so presumably we're gonna get a lot of free time in this episode, because that's how this game rolls.
Do we only have the people of here available?
Yeah, wouldn't that be great?
We can finally get some free time with Fuyuhiko for one.
Okay, you took that way more seriously than I was expecting. I thought you were going to say something about hanging out with Nagito or Robo Ibuki.
I would never choose to hang out with Nagito until we have to. Why am I staying in the storeroom? I suddenly woke up, which is not strange or weird in any way. And if I woke up, that means I fell asleep without realizing
Logically, it follows.
Earlier, I discussed with Fuyuhiko and we decided we'd take turns resting. That's right. That's why I came to the on-call room on the second floor of the hospital. I haven't been sleeping well in the past few days, which isn't suspicious, so a sudden drowsiness overtook me. And I was asleep, which is a good thing, but my body feels really heavy for some reason. No, it's not just heavy. It's made of metal because I'm a robot! It feels somewhat soft and...
That was completely opposite from what you were thinking.
Oh, I like his awful game!
Says the spike.
I can't breathe and I can die a happy man.
Mikan! You're tickling me.
This is hilarious.
Oh,
We
no.
know that she's a stalker type,
Yes.
but is that him specifically because he's nice, or
What if she's infected?
probably yeah?
And so now instead of stalking,
She's going to be-
overt.
Yeah.
Move! I can't breathe!
Your boobs!
No, you can't. Don't move around.
Oh, let me just stroke your head a little more and bring it in closer for more of a hug.
Save me, someone.
Huh?
Have you ever given anyone a shot?
Hajime?
Don't you Hajime me, Mikan. Monokuma.
Yeah, what the heck? Hajime, are you okay? Your complexion is a bluish-purple shade. It might be a severe cyanotic reaction. Why is that hair-pointy thing extending straight up? Hajime, can you hear me? Get a hold of yourself.
I think it's because all the blood in my body has rushed to a certain part of it.
Your hair? That's horrible!
Mikan finally got off of me, grabbed my shoulders, and began shaking me intensely, which only marginally improved my situation. Somehow, that was enough to get my consciousness to drift back to reality. Get off of me!
Hajime, you've regained consciousness. I'm so glad. I thought you died.
Was that
smothered in my boob?
Was that before or after you assaulted me? Me too. I seriously thought I was gonna die.
I'm sorry. I'm so repulsive that contact with my body causes death.
I'm sorry.
I thought about taking a rest in the on-call room, but you were already asleep, so...
That doesn't mean you can climb on top of me! Yes, it does.
Then I'll be on the bottom next time.
I see nothing wrong with this. That is seriously what I'm talking about.
Hey, I think there's something wrong. There's a discrepancy in your lines and what the commentator is reading.
Don't worry about it.
Hey!
You.
What the fresh hell are you guys doing? No! No. Don't tell me, because if you tell me, then I'll know the fucking answer.
I'll tell you when you're older. Time to escape out the window! Fuyuhiko! Please forget what you just witnessed. No, this is... I really hope you didn't get the wrong idea. You know how Mikan is.
Don't tell me.
Were you guys, you know, doing it? Like, sleeping together?
Well, we were sleeping together.
You were doing it!
But not in the connotations to which you are implying.
Bastard!
You dirty, rotten bastard! You guys are...
Go on, Fuyuhiko. Say it.
You guys are fucking high school students!
Seriously, you've got this all wrong.
That was for you, Billy.
Thank you, Fuyuhiko.
Damn it!
We don't have time for that. Nagito, he's in danger, and for some reason we have to care.
Danger? What?
When I peeked inside his room earlier, it looked like he wasn't breathing.
Oh, that's horrible.
I'm sorry I laid on him with my boob, just like I did with you, Hajime.
What?
This is bad. Now's not the time for us to rest.
Mikan vigorously leapt out of bed and ran out of the on-call room, hopefully dispelling all the awkwardness that built up in this situation.
Yeah, no. Hajime, now's not the time for you to be pitching a tent. We need to hurry.
Oi! Seriously, I'm not... Well, I probably am pitching a tent because I'm a teenage boy, but... Fuyuhiko and I chased after Mikan as she ran into Nagito's room.
Innuendo, the episode.
Well, it started with Mikan. What do you want?
Nagito, please get a hold of yourself.
Despite Mikan's desperate pleas, I didn't see Nagito react at all.
Don't tell me.
There's no way he died, right? The body discovery announcement isn't playing, right? Though admittedly, if one of the three of us killed him, maybe it wouldn't right now. He didn't die, but...
Would it count if he died on his own? And there wasn't related to Blackened?
I have no idea. All I'm saying is the body discovery announcement, if one of the three of them was
yeah,
the
you're
killer,
right.
it may or may not play in this circumstance.
Hey, Fidget, Fidget!
He's totally waiting for it.
Damn it!
This looks very bad.
Well, I'll get to Nagito in a second.
Damn it!
This looks very bad.
Well, before I get to him, I'll see if maybe the last Monokuma's in here. Don't worry, Nagito, buddy. Well, I'll get to you eventually.
This looks very bad.
I don't care. Mikan, is Nagito alright?
It looks like his breathing has returned.
Really?
And still, his condition is unpredictable, and that's putting it lightly.
Hey! Hey!
How light is that? Is it sweet potato soft? Though thinking about it, sweet potatoes really aren't soft or light or fluffy. You can make them light and fluffy, I guess, but if you're whipping a potato and adding a whole lot of butter, like, what's different between a sweet potato and a regular potato?
No one cares.
And then, for
Monokuma.
instance, there's scrambled eggs. If you whip them vigorously, they'll also be soft and light and fluffy.
Please stop using whip, soft, and light in a sentence.
Well?
If so, that's pretty light. Please don't interfere! You're creepy! Hey, look, isn't Nagito's mouth moving?
You're right. He might be trying to say something.
Nagito! What happened?
It was Akane's boobs. As she said his name, Mikan softly tilted her ear towards Nagito's lips. What did he say?
Apparently his condition has improved and he feels quite refreshed.
You know he's lying, right? Since Monokuma said that Nagito has the liar disease, he probably means the opposite and actually feels pretty crappy. You're the nurse. Look at him.
Like...
But what's gonna happen if he just dies? We're not gonna have a class trial, right? Don't talk like that!
I mean, if so, then Monokuma's the one who killed him.
Hey! Nagito is never gonna die! I'll save him by any means necessary, even if it's with my own body!
I see.
I see, got it. And I leave Nagito's life, or lack thereof, to you?
Yes.
Far from her usual self, Mikan responded assertively and went back to tending to Nagito.
Does that mean she got the despair disease?
Maybe!
And
Maybe!
actually has become a stronger, more confident person?
If so, then that is a pleasant change, because it means that her reverse didn't manifest negatively.
Really, it should, though, don't you think?
I feel like it should, so
What-
maybe this is just her being in her element.
That's what we were initially thinking last time. What about Fuyuhiko?
Well, it's hard to tell because he's kind of changed how he acted.
What I'm saying is, what would Fuyuhiko with the despair disease be?
Well, he's always been independent, not wanting to rely on people. So would he be really clingy?
Open and clingy, huh?
Yeah, something like that. Like,
Well, also he acts very tough because he has to. So would he be like a really wimpy, really open?
Yeah, I think that's what he would be. Nekomaru would be like lazy and selfish.
Yeah, selfish. He'd be really selfish. Yeah, he probably would be lazy. Lazy and
yeah.
selfish.
Oh, let's see here. This is kind of fun.
But we'll think about it when we come up to people.
Yeah. If we stay here any longer, we might just get in the way.
Damn right.
Then follow me. While you were resting, the goods arrived. I gotta show them to you.
Don't say goods to me, please. The goods aren't something dangerous, right?
Anyway.
Let's go to the lobby.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to... Okay, I'll stop.
Good lord. What's next? Do we want to start referencing specific episodes of The Honeymooners? Do you maybe want to talk about 1860s novels? I mean, I guess I could try and do Shakespeare stuff, but that would attract a different audience, methinks.
There's no reaction from Nagito.
Nagito started breathing again, but just like I said, his condition is unpredictable.
All right, fine. Let's go to the lobby. How's it going?
Anyway.
The goods were delivered to the lobby. Let's hurry up and go.
Are you sure?
If you pitch a tent anywhere near me, I will fucking end you.
One moment. I'm not really here for you. I'm just here to find the bear. He's got to be in one of these rooms.
I'm scared. I don't want to be in the hospital. I want to go home.
It's going to be okay. You don't have to worry. Fuyuhiko and I are here, so don't cry.
I'm crying so constantly. I'm so dehydrated. I need salt really bad.
I've never seen Akane cry like that. I don't really know what to do. So Fuyuhiko, what do you think?
Jeez.
The goods are in the fucking lobby.
Anyway.
Isn't it fascinating how they actually get bathrobe sprites or hospital gown sprites?
I like the attention to detail, like all the different specialized sprites that are in this game. So, Ibuki, your clothes are on fire. You should probably take them off.
Yes.
You came to visit and see how I am doing. Thank you very much for your courtesy.
You know, it seems like you're kind of being a little aggressive in this episode, Billy. Have you maybe been in contact with any insects smaller than the eye can see
How would I know?
that might cause something like, oh, I don't know, a disease?
How would I know? They're too small for the eye to see. Oh, is it okay for you to be awake? You should be resting in bed.
Understood.
Thank you very much for your consideration. I shall heed your kind attitude and take a rest. Compared to Nagito, Ibuki seems fine. Are there individual differences in symptoms too? Why am I asking that? It's obvious.
I like how she's drooling and has snot streaming out of her nose.
Well, she is a very fluid person.
That is a good word to use. Fluid.
So what do you think, Fuyuhiko?
Jeez.
I
Anyway,
understand that you're worried. You, waiting for me to say something? Why are you doing that? What do you expect is gonna happen? Why are you here?
I'm looking for plush bears, okay? Don't judge me, Fuyuhiko.
What are you looking for?
Plush bears. Have you seen any?
hey, bastard.
The hell did you come here for? As far as I'm aware, the goods were delivered to Central Street in broad daylight. Boo, bam, bag, bone meat! Go to the fucking lobby!
So I think you said something about goods being here?
Damn right.
I will kill you. But then that would make me the black end, and that's probably not the point. Look on top of the reception desk.
On top of the reception desk.
Are you
those
fucking
things-
blind? The hell is wrong with you? Yes, can't you see those things?
The things with the bright flashing lights? Fuyuhiko's talking about this, right? It looks like a monitor and a portable game system. Hey, what is this? Are these the goods?
Perfect timing. The blue light's blinking.
Does something happen when this blinks?
Seeing is believing, as they say. Try pressing the button just below that light.
I just have to press the button.
What the fuck is wrong with you? I see where you're still thinking. You want to go back upstairs, don't you?
I did what Fuyuhiko said and pressed the button.
What's up?
Hey, is this Hajime? Loud and clear. Looks like it's perfectly connected.
Kazuichi, you better look out for this guy. He's gone fucking crazy.
Oh, has he caught the despair disease too?
Looks like it. All he does is talk about pitching his tents with his flagpole.
I don't see what's so strange about that.
Oh my god.
Kazuichi, then this is...
Yeah, that's right. That's the way to communicate he was talking about.
All right.
Looks like it's time for the ultimate mechanic to shine. I mean, this is more like ultimate electronics sis or whatever, but hey, whatever. Hey, how about it? This is what I've been working on. Remember that alley with all those shady-looking street booths? That's where I found
I mean,
this.
we all knew he could do stuff like this.
It's a surveillance camera for household use, and I just tweaked it a little. So now it's basically a video chat device. Well, it's pretty hit or miss. I mean, this has to go down when appropriate for the story to build tension.
What do you mean hit or miss?
Video chat, huh?
I get it.
It's true. We don't have to worry about getting infected with this.
That's right.
So, it may be a hassle, but we'll be contacting each other with this from now on, okay? This was only a test run this time, so I guess this should be pretty fun, as you all struggle with disease. Okay then, see you later.
This has got to be extremely useful in the future. Kazuichi left this while you were resting.
Damn right.
Resting.
This surveillance camera unit comes with a surveillance camera and a surveillance monitor. That is why it is a surveillance camera unit surveillance. Anything the camera records is broadcast live on the monitor. So he prepared 2 of these sets and swapped each of their cameras.
I see. By swapping the cameras, his monitor will display what's on my camera and vice versa.
Apparently he also modified it a little. He widened its narrow communication range beyond just household use.
Even
That's
so.
what he means by hit or miss.
Ah,
Even so, he's still at a limit, so apparently the signal can't reach from the hospital to the motel.
then we can't communicate between the hospital and the motel.
Yes, the motel, which is like next door and is the closest place, and it's where everybody else is going to be. So,
Well, if these are meant to be used in a house, that kind of makes sense.
yes, but it means that it's not easy to contact each other. You still have to go to certain places.
I see.
You didn't notice? He was contacting you just now from the music venue near the motel. From there, the signal reaches the hospital with no problems for some reason, but hey, I don't know any of this shit works.
But they're staying at the motel, right? What happens if we can't reach them when we need to?
Damn right.
I thought the same thing, so we arranged times for us to contact each other. It's set up for us to communicate 30 minutes after Monokuma's morning and evening announcements. In the first game, only Makoto or Kyoko, really Kyoko, could have set something like this up. In this game, the game where all the characters are
Get
useful,
to shine?
they can just do this kind of off-screen, and it seems totally normal.
Normal, yeah.
Which is really what it would be in an actual situation. You
Right,
assume
right.
everybody would do something.
The characters just get to shine more in this game.
Right. Just taking a moment to appreciate it.
Yeah.
And if you don't like that, let's freaking go! Our next contact with him is going to be tomorrow morning. Don't sleep in.
What are you implying? He's well prepared, as expected of the heir of an enormous organization.
Huh?
Yeah, what is it? Are you thinking nice things about me or something?
No, nothing. No, I guess we're going to communicate in 30 minutes.
Yeah, apparently.
Ahem! Hope's Peak Academy School Trip Executive Committee has an announcement to make. It is now 10 p.m. Please return to your rooms and relax. Let the sound of the ocean gently rock you to sleep. Now then, sweet dreams, everyone. Good night.
Now then.
It's that time already, huh? Now then, where should I sleep tonight?
Well, I mean, there's that open room that you'd been using. I don't see any reason why you couldn't do that.
Are you planning to use the on-call room with a certain someone again?
Are you jealous? Like I said, it's not what it looked like.
You guys?
Hey, aren't you misunderstanding something? There's no rule that you can only sleep in your room this time around, but
That is true.
What are you thinking?
a hospital is a facility for sick people. So, it's not for lodgings or young romantic trysts, you know?
You two? What are you talking about? The person behind the cameras who sees everything.
We all saw it. Oh, I see. Your generation has fallen out of the habit of looking at bulletin boards.
Hey! We looked at that thing multiple times, but the game wouldn't let us read it.
Unbelievable.
Now listen, Billy, you're like 87 years old.
Eh?
That's completely different from Hajime, who's like 4. So your generation is fine. His isn't. Take a look at that notice that you looked at like 10 times, or actually 3 times, I believe.
A notice on the bulletin board? You don't say.
He noticed the notice. I got nothing.
That was pretty good. A bulletin board notice. Is he talking about this? Hospital precautions. Eating and drinking is forbidden within the hospital building. If patients do not need to be accompanied, overnight stays by non-patients are expressly forbidden. Oh, that's a problem. Yeah, I feel like there was more on the notice.
Right, it's like the notices you often see inside hospitals. Ooh, this is a blast from the past, like medicaments. You can't stay overnight here.
What are you saying?
There is one patient who needs to be accompanied, though. No, you're talking about Nagito, right?
Unbelievable.
Then I'll allow just one person to accompany him. The rest of you need to hurry up and get out of here!
But what about the other two? They need accompanying too?
Jeez.
No? Okay.
Hospital precautions, my ass! You should have said so sooner.
Only one person can stay the night, and there's no way we can make Mikan leave.
Jeez. You're
I
pathetic.
guess we have no choice. We should head back to our cottages then and make sure to bump into everybody and infect them with the despair disease too.
That sounds like an awful idea. You're right. Even if we stay here, we probably won't be able to do anything. Goodbye, Mikan. After explaining the circumstances to Mikan, we decided to go back to our cottages for the time being. For some reason, I still woke up with her in my bed.
What?
Don't worry about it. So, Fuyuhiko and I are going to be the only ones sleeping in our cottages tonight. I'm more than a little worried. I'm actually terrified. No, the ones who are stuck in the hospital should be more worried. I'm scared Mikan's going to die. What's the point of me getting so worried? Alright, when I wake up tomorrow, I'll go to the hospital right away. I feel bad leaving Mikan alone. I guess for now I should try to get some sleep. What is it now?
Monokuma appears!
Good evening! I seem to be in this episode an awful lot. It's time for Monokuma's cooking class! Today we're gonna learn how to make taiyaki. Ooh, Damon hates taiyaki. The first thing you'll need is a time machine. We'll travel back in time to the Meiji period and meet a person named Seijiro Kambe. He used to bake and sell turtle-shaped pastries, but unfortunately, they never sold all that well. A time machine?
Oh yeah!
I mean, I guess there's one nearby. It's the closest thing to a time machine we're gonna get if we could get past a Gatling gun in the door.
And whatever other horrors are inside it. Assuming it's not the cast of Danganronpa 1.
Well, that's what I was expecting, is that it's just going to be Hope's Peak.
Well, then we gotta deal with the Gatling guns on the inside.
Well, as long as we don't, go to the wrong changing room, we're fine. It's important that you gently cheer him up, because he's gonna be disappointed in himself when you meet him. From there, get serious and insist that he try making his pastries fish-shaped, because they'll sell better. This is taiyaki.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is?
I've seen it enough in anime.
How did you not know what soba is, but you know what taiyaki is?
Because I've seen taiyaki more often in anime than soba.
Once that happens, he'll happily bake his pastries in the shape of a fish. And as a final touch, name these pastries taiyaki. Okay, with this, you've finished making taiyaki.
I suppose in a way that is correct.
So what he's saying is, if you want to make something, you go to the beginning and start there.
Yeah.
In some ways, where else would you start other than the beginning? Where else can something begin?
That's a really roundabout way to say that, isn't it?
Well, that's Monokuma for you. Well,
That's
I mean,
true.
really, where else is something supposed to begin?
At the beginning.
I mean, how can it begin before the beginning? It hasn't begun yet, so it can't have begun. How can it begin after the beginning? It already began.
I think you've begun to confuse me.
Ah! This concludes Monokuma's cooking class.
Okay, whatever.
So in other words, if we want to make a pizza, we need to
Go back in time to Italy?
You know, I think there I know by the 16th century there's a written record of a pizza in Italy.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how long it had been there.
Excuse us while we look up how to do time travel pizza. You know, time soba and now time taiyaki.
Time taiyaki, yes! And time pizza. We were discussing
Time
it.
pizza, yes.
Ahem! Hope's Peak Academy School Trip Executive Committee has an announcement to make.
Time taiyaki
Good
sounds the
morning,
snappiest, don't you think?
Yeah.
Today is going to be another perfect tropical day. Now then, let's show some enthusiasm and make sure to give it our all today.
Yay. I'm worried about Mikan and the others, and also that last Monokuma plush, in case anyone was any confusion about that.
In case anyone was any confusion.
I should hurry over to the hospital! The moment I got out of bed, I immediately left my cottage and headed over to the hospital.
Is he gonna, I was gonna say, if he runs into somebody, then isn't it just...
Well, assuming that it actually works that way.
I mean, what a crummy quarantine. They have to go home at night. Also, do they ever eat? You can't eat in the hospital.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's not their fault. They had a good idea, but Monokuma showed up and was just like, this thing that you've been ignoring for 3 chapters.
Yeah, it's the rules, which only matter when he wants them to matter.
Mm-hmm.
But once he's decided that it matters, it matters. On the bright side, compared to the first game, which it was different, we've actually benefited from this Monokuma's haphazard interpretation of the rules.
It's so weird.
Because Fuyuhiko and Nekomaru are not dead. Now, to be fair, Where are we? The hospital. Where's Nekomaru?
We don't know.
No guarantee he was ever here, and sure enough, seems like he's not. Yo, I was wondering if you guys were just gonna keep talking.
Oh, you know us, Fuyuhiko.
You came early today!
You're the one who's early!
Damn right.
Well, I just got here. So, what should we do? There's still a little time before we need to make contact.
Do you want to have a free time event?
Want to go to Nagito's room and check up on him?
Not really, no. I mean, yeah, I'm worried about how he's doing. Worry. Why do I have to worry about a guy like him? Still. Let's go explore everything else.
The goods are in the lobby. Oh, that's force a habit. What? You're gonna go to Nagito's room?
Now I know you wanted to go and check on Nagito, but I'm gonna check on everyone else first. Because I'm a contrarian. Ibuki, how's it going?
Hello.
Good
My
morning.
name is
I am
Ibuki
truly
Miura.
honored by you stopping by to see how I am doing today as well.
This is a really strange Ibuki.
Oh, really?
Yes.
As
Like-
a token of my gratitude, I really want to sing you a song.
Like, coherent.
However, this is a hospital, so I must be quiet.
She follows
Understood.
every rule, which is better than saying gullible.
Yeah. If and when I am discharged, permit me to sing to you as a token of my gratitude.
And she's easily controlled.
She follows the rules instead of breaks them.
Yeah, and if you try to control her, she allows you to.
Yeah.
See, that's the angle I'm taking. I think that's the best way to get it to make sense.
The old Ibuki wouldn't have cared at all and just started singing. I really don't know how to react. What do you think, Fuyuhiko?
These guys aren't as bad as Nagito, but it doesn't seem like they're recovering either.
I mean, how do you treat this?
These guys don't seem as bad as Nagito, but they're not recovering either. I thought I'd just get it out of the way. The hospital's scary. I was so scared I couldn't sleep. I'm so dehydrated. How much longer do I have to stay here?
Well, is there any cure for this? Monokuma's the one who set this up. That's all the reason we need to cure it. Also, I'm really getting freaked out by this.
Maybe if a murder happens. Oh no!
Are you happy
No,
now?
no!
Are you
I ain't
happy?
gonna say this again! We ain't doing this again!
Okay, time to check in on my favorite patient.
My hand.
Mikan, how's Nagito doing?
Same as usual. No, actually, he might be worse than yesterday.
This is bad.
Are you fucking serious? His pulse is extremely weak. He might slip into critical conditions sometime today.
Is the concept of hope so important to him that despair is crushing him to this degree?
That is possible, I suppose. I guess that, if you take it like that, that would mean that he's an extremely hopeful person.
Just he views it so twistedly.
It's just that he's twisted.
Is he that sick?
I mean, he's very much a Junko.
Yeah.
But as long as I'm his nurse, I will never let Nagito die.
Yes.
Ever.
Well, now I'm torn to let you continue to watch over him or... Okay. I do understand how you feel, but don't overexert yourself, okay?
Hey, Hajime, it's almost time to start the connection. We need to head over to the lobby.
Yeah, got it.
We would have had more time, but you were screwing around.
After being reminded of how powerless I am, I left Nagito's room. Incoming signal light is blinking.
Now then.
From a structural point of view, it's nice that Fuyuhiko is here, because this way you actually finally get some time with him. Looks like they're already waiting. Let's hurry up and start the connection.
Are you sure I can't go looking for bear plushies in the other
I will
patient's
break
room?
your face wide open.
Yeah, you're right. I pressed the button underneath the blinking light and the monitor instantly lit up. Looks like the camera and the monitor had no problem making a connection this time. Soon enough, a familiar face showed up on the other side of the monitor. Don't you love my mug? Hello! How is it? Can you see my handsome face?
Hey, speaking of which...
Yeah?
No, not...
Oh.
I wonder what Kazuichi would be like if he got the despair disease.
Complete prude.
No, I don't think so, because it's like fundamentally he has to be despairing.
I guess you're right.
It's not turns your personality
Not good with
around.
his hands?
No.
It's hard to tell, because he's really kind of normal.
Shy.
Yeah.
Not casually social.
Yeah. He'd be really shy.
Without joking, I still don't know what the heck would happen with Mikan.
I think it would just be super assertiveness and selfishness, because she's always trying to please everyone, but doing it in a really shy,
I think
manner.
you're right.
She would just not care about other people and just do whatever she felt like.
That is probably it.
She would do whatever she felt like.
Oh, what an interesting thing to bring up and say with emphasis at this point in time.
Yes, we can see your handsome face, Kazuichi. Yeah, I can see you real clear. I mean, minus the static. We're good on our end, too. I can totally see your broke-ass faces. What? Thank you. Thank you so much.
It's like, hey, do you see my handsome face? I can see your ugly mugs just fine.
It might be best if I tell the others about Nagito's condition. Hey, are you the only one over there?
Nope, we're all here except for Hiyoko.
To the surprise of no one.
What happened to Hiyoko? It seems we all look like aberrant enemies in the eyes of that coward. She has locked herself in a room. She said from the other side of the door that she won't come out until the despair disease has been cured.
Oh, she'll come out once she runs out of gummies, I'm sure. She's even being cautious around the others in the motel, huh? Looks like they're also in a testy situation.
Hey.
So how about you? How are you guys doing?
Well, let me tell you about earlier last night. Yeah, about that.
Why are you bragging to me about that?
To tell you the truth, Nagito's actually in serious danger. I already know he's seriously dangerous.
Well.
No, not that. He's seriously wandering the border between life and death.
Oh, very poetic, Fuyuhiko.
What?
What did you say?
However...
But he's going to be okay, right? Nagito is going to get better?
Hey.
First Nekomaru, then Nagito. This ain't funny at all. Well, for now, we can't really say. You really can't say? That's impossible.
Boy, when they said everybody was here, they meant everybody was here.
Why aren't I going in? I'm just a robot bunny. Motomi, why are you on that side? Because it'd be dangerous if I got close to the hospital, since I don't even know what's going on there.
Huh? You are really pissing me off. I think Damon's onto something. Like, why does a stupid stuffed animal need to be cautious about a disease? Haven't you already died once?
You can't!
Please don't discriminate.
It's not discrimination! You're not alive, so you can't get a disease, right?
That despair disease is horrible. It's a dangerous disease that can even destroy this island. What is it, like nanomachines or something? So, until we figure out how to deal with it, I will be on this side.
I hate her even more.
Well, that means we don't have to deal with her. Before I could respond to Monomi, Fuyuhiko had cut the connection.
Don't fuck with me!
Don't discriminate. That's the stupidest thing I'd ever heard. The shitty stuffed animal! She seriously pissed me off! God damn it! I'm gonna go outside to cool off.
Fuyuhiko practically spat those words before he went outside. Anyway, all we can do now is wait. Just wait patiently until the situation improves and changes for the better. Or something awful happens.
Yeah, this is like a cool down period after the last episode, which was super eventful.
Mm-hmm.
Which means something bad's going to happen once everything is kind of neutralized.
That's why we waited patiently. Because waiting patiently was the only thing we could do. We waited patiently. On a side note, Why can't I relax when I'm in a hospital?
Am I the only person who's not afraid of hospitals?
I paced back and forth around the hospital lobby.
More like I'm bored to death in hospitals.
Well, that's a good place for it to happen. Never mind. Fuyuhiko entered and left the hospital many times. And time just kept passing by.
We only have so many of these days left.
Until the bomb goes off.
I mean, didn't it give us 3 weeks from the very beginning?
Something like that.
Ahem! Hope's Peak Academy School Trip Executive Committee has an announcement to make.
Oh god, what if he calls us all to Jabberwock Park?
Well, we all have to go then.
It is now 10 p.m.
I mean, he's already given the motive, but...
Please return to your rooms and relax. Let the sound of the ocean gently rock you to sleep.
He knows what everybody's doing. He knows why they're here. I mean, he just might get a lot of lip if he tried it, but... I mean, what he wants to happen will happen.
Dreams,
Yeah.
everyone. Good night.
Damn it!
It feels like a lot of stuff got skipped over, and now it's nighttime already. Almost as if the passage of time could be considered to be artificial. This has been coming up lately.
Yeah.
It's like a couple of people. Well, somebody other than Hajime has pointed it out.
Right,
time.
right. It's almost time for tonight's transmission.
Jeez, you're pathetic.
We should go back to our cottages when that's done. It's fucking annoying to keep going back and forth, though.
Well, just open your menu and fast travel. But before we go back, can we check on Nagito one more
And
time?
that's a good idea. I was trying to level up my pet so I could get some coins for snacks, but, you know, maybe if I'm getting irritated by it, I might as well just take advantage of the... I don't think we're supposed to talk about this. Go for it. Leave this transmission thing to me.
Jeez.
They're not going to have a new clue anyway. I can handle this.
Then I'll leave it to you. And explore everywhere else. Now that you're not here to follow me around and get upset. Ah! Hey, Ibuki? Why are you wandering the halls like some sort of zombie? Whoa, Ibuki!
Why are you wandering the halls like some sort of zombie? No, that's your gag.
What are you doing here? You need to be resting.
Need to be resting.
To tell you the truth, I have been getting quite bored doing nothing but sleeping. Also, it would just trouble you if I slept all the time, so I was hoping I can help you with anything.
I hope you're not starving to death.
But it's better if I am sleeping, correct? Yeah, just get some rest for now. It'd be a big help if you got better soon.
Understood.
Understood.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's kind of scary. I hope she gets better real soon.
I mean, can the hospital patients eat and drink?
Surely.
And she's going crazy, too. Like,
I know I just talked to you, but...
beep boop, I hate myself. Yes. Beep boop, I hate myself.
Just as you ordered, I am getting proper rest, so please do not worry.
Kill all humans, she says.
Okay. Everything okay over here, Akane?
I don't have the energy to keep crying like this. It's really hard to keep sobbing, so... And if I do it enough, kind of like the way I'm really selling it like I am, it actually starts to make me cry for real. It's night time again. It's so dark. I'm so scared I'm gonna get eaten by ghosts.
Usually she'd be more like, I'll beat the crap out of ghosts.
My complaints were so real.
Akane acting like this just isn't Akane. Would you like me to stop checking in on her, Damon? Is that what you're trying to say? The episode in which I torture Damon.
It's true!
Mikan's too focused on caring for Nagito. She hasn't even noticed that I entered the room. Has she been caring for him this whole time? Is she eating?
Not if she's here this whole time, and she isn't sleeping either, apparently.
Hey, Mikan. Hey, Mikan. Oh, no matter how many times I talk to her, she's not responding. Her back is turned towards me as she focused on caring for Nagito. I peeked over Mikan's shoulder and said, Hey, Mikan, are you okay? Looks like you finally noticed.
Please don't surprise me. I almost got wet, if you catch my drift.
I'm not 100% sure I do. What?
Did you come by to check on Nagito? No, we came by to check on you!
Yeah, basically. I just wanted to see how he's doing, but you look pretty tired too. Isn't it better if you get a little rest?
I hope I'm not mistaken. That'd be really embarrassing.
I am not asking you to... No, okay.
Are you, by chance, like Damon said, worried about me? I'm sorry, I had a selfish thought.
There are many ways to take that statement, and you are probably imagining all of the wrong ones. Yeah, pretty much, so I'll just complicate matters.
Oh, thank you very much. I'll remember this moment until the day I die.
Time to leave!
I'm starting to get my energy back, so I'll get back to taking care of Nagito. I'll subsist on these good feelings for another 5 or 6 days.
Oh god, she is some kind of emotional succubus. I hope she understood what I said. But she's working so hard, it'd be bad if I kept getting in her way. That's exactly how I felt, so I decided to just shut up and go back to the lobby.
Yo,
Yo, how's Nagito doing?
I'm more worried about Mikan.
Yeah,
than
of course
Nagito.
you are! Of course you're worried about Mikan! I understand that.
She looks like she's had no time to rest.
damn it.
Nagito's probably not doing so well.
I don't care, let's talk about Mikan. What about you? Are you guys done with the transmission? I asked even though it's clearly not on and you're clearly not talking into it.
As I expected, we wrapped it up quickly, like they had nothing new to report. They're apparently trying to find a cure somehow, but there hasn't been any progress. Isn't this weird?
Are they looking it up in the library? How could they possibly be trying to find a cure?
Do we really need to engage with that? Because we could, but that might take 6-7 minutes.
Fair point. That's a fair point. So on both our ends, it looks like we had no results, though all I did was pace around the hospital.
Jeez.
What the hell do you think I've been doing? Ah, well, let's look forward to tomorrow. Maybe it'll take about 10-15 minutes just like today did.
With the depressingly heavy mood riding on our backs, we headed back to our cottages. This whole thing is just unsettling. My worries have piled on so high that one sigh just isn't enough. Thank you.
Did you catch that reverb?
And the more I think about it, it's like I'm slowly being sucked deeper and deeper into an endless pit.
Don't forget, it's a motive. Not for the poor, sick people, but for the person who wants relief.
I guess for today I should just go to sleep. It's best if I not dwell on it too much. And not just that, first thing in the morning I need to go to the hospital again.
I too will continue to sleep all day.
I kept telling myself that as I sighed one last time. And slowly closed my eyes. Forever.
That'd be a twist.
Wait. Where's the Monokuma Theater? What's going on here? Out of the blue, an
Yeah?
hazy scene began to take shape. From the depths of my consciousness, it slowly took its time, hazily,
Yeah?
like watercolor paint suspended in water. Slowly, hazily.
Oh, I don't know about you, but I got an extremely specific mental image from that.
Really?
Well, didn't you?
Was it hazily? There was a classroom from somewhere. They're all the Danganronpa golems. A classroom that I've seen before.
I like how you're calling them golems now, but what's funny is...
Oh yeah, they were golems.
Because they look like, Gollum from The Hobbit.
But I don't know where. I can hear voices.
He doesn't know where. That part is significant. Also, these are all nondescript people.
Somebody's talking.
Did you hear? Isn't it amazing? Apparently he's been accepted into Hope's Peak Academy. But was he that exceptional?
Those are noises. I'm dully staring out the window, pretending not to listen.
It's nice that Hajime is getting some time. Finally!
Right? I don't want to listen. But even if I don't want to listen, the noises leap into my ears.
Huh? You don't know? Know what? Apparently, you don't have to be exceptional to get into Hope's Peak Academy.
Really?
But it's an academy that recruits only exceptional students from around the world, right?
I wanted to cover my ears. I wanted to run to the place I deserve to be. Not here.
Deserve to be.
To the place where I can be more confident.
Wow. I never knew that way was possible. So he's the same too? Obviously. I mean, he doesn't have any special talents that Hope's Peak Academy would be interested in. He's just a normal guy who can be found anywhere. Well, admiring the Academy is free, but it must be tough for the parents who have to write the check. He'd started by saying how much he admired Hope's Peak Academy, and with him standing there staring at it, we had even wondered if he just snuck in or something that. But apparently you have to pay to go to Hope's Peak, huh? I mean, you gotta pay for high school in Japan.
That makes sense.
I guess nobody would not try to do everything they could to foot the bill for Hope's Peak. So.
Yeah. I mean, guaranteed success. Leave me alone. I just want to become someone who's confident in myself. What is this, anyway? Who are they talking about?
I mean, is this a dream?
Why can't I remember? Who am I?
He wasn't even sure they were talking about him? It's definitely unusual.
Yeah.
Hey!
I just don't think it's going to be as straightforward as Makoto was.
Yeah.
Because they're basically describing
The same scenario.
the exact same thing. So,
Ooh, but what if he was in the same class as Makoto? Maybe they're talking about Makoto.
well...
Like, if maybe he went to the same school Makoto did.
No, sure, I understand. That's a good way to look at it, too, that they weren't necessarily talking about him. What I was concerned about was like the time discrepancy. But if this is simultaneous, then that could be it. It could be that he is the guy, Hajime is the guy who just snuck in. Like, he's the mysterious 16th student.
True, but didn't Nagito imply he knew what Hajime's ultimate talent was?
We may have misread that. That was one comment from
That's
a
true.
long time ago.
That's true.
And since then, he's just been asking him if he knew. But, there's different ways to read it.
Yeah.
Did you know that talking about a personal failure is a good way to break the ice when meeting new people? So, I'm gonna tell you my story of personal failure.
This is the third chapter. We already know where you are.
In the wide world I live in, popularity is a symbol of power. That's why I decided to write a fake love letter to myself so I could brag about it to others. Isn't that so pathetic? I was bragging about it to my friend, but unfortunately, all I had was an envelope. Empty inside, just like me. When my friend wanted me to show him the unwritten letter, I was in a real bind. Why hadn't I seen this coming? So I showed him a blank piece of paper and said this. This letter was written with special ink. Only those chosen by God can see it.
Oh my god. Why is the Emperor naked?
When I said that, he was all, that love letter is brimming with passion. However, things started looking bad at that point. The other people around us started praising him because they thought he really could read the letter.
Uh-huh.
It's like the anti-Emperor's new clothes. That's when he started hogging everyone's attention as a divine messenger of God.
Oh.
So
So
about Hajime.
Makoto was accepted into Hope's Peak, and everyone started talking about him as an ultimate instead of Hajime.
Is
Huh.
it that?
Maybe.
And eventually, he was worshipped by society. Now, he uses his followers to sell shady vases for a quick buck.
Is someone talking about me?
Except for the followers part, but I had to think for a second. Is he describing Yasuhiro? Thanks to my big mouth, he became a multi-millionaire. How regretful. What an epic fail. I didn't even get a date. That was my story of personal failure. What did you think of it? Is the ice broken? Since you listened to me, wanna buy this vase? So, okay. What Monokuma just described was a circumstance where one person was the beneficiary of another person's BS that ended up sort of empowering that person, and then at the end he swapped it and revealed that he was the person who was empowered.
Yeah.
So, now we look at Hajime in that classroom, and at the end it swapped it. I think it does have something to do with Hajime and Makoto. I think that's probably correct. But, like, Makoto was accepted and Hajime benefited, but how would that work?
Yeah, see, I'm not 100% sure how that...
Something to keep in mind.
Yeah. That was a really weird dream. This morning, huh? But for some reason, my body's heavy. Yeah?
It's not gonna be Mikan. Who's it gonna be? Ibuki?
No, not just heavy. It's somewhat soft. And
Somewhat soft.
really hot. Probably Ibuki. Wait a minute! Nope, it's Mikan.
Just Mikan again. And really hot, so that means...
Got a fever.
What a great way to bookend the episode.
Mikan!
No, poor thing.
No, stop. You're tickling.
Mikan!
Mikan again?
Damn it, Ibuki, why did you break my door?
Hurry up and move. I can't breathe.
Why aren't you at the hospital?
You've stopped moving. Now I can finally relax and sleep.
Now that I have suffocated you.
Wait, huh?
Why is it that actually just seems normal. Doesn't it not really seem that weird?
It really doesn't! How did you accidentally sneak into my cottage and sleep with me?
I'm sorry, I'm a stalker! Cyanosis again!
You're doing this on purpose, aren't you?
Hajime's got limp!
Not true.
I've suffocated him to death! Please get a hold of yourself!
No.
I've become the blackened! Oh, he regained consciousness. Oh, I'm so glad. I thought you died from suffocation. From like my knee jammed into your solar plexus or something.
Mikan, why are you here?
Do you want me to take off my clothes?
At this point, there's very little to the imagination.
Are you worried about me?
The Monokuma announcement hasn't aired yet.
Now that you mention it, I came here to wake you up, but it seems like I accidentally fell asleep.
What kind of accident is that? A Mikan accident, obviously.
But good news, you see, Nagito's condition has stabilized.
I don't like the looks of that. Really?
And I rushed over to let you guys know, but Fuyuhiko's room was locked, which is really what I should have been expecting. But I went to check your room, and for some reason the lock was broken, so...
Oh yeah, my lock is still broken. Thanks, Ibuki. You are welcome.
Anyway, please hurry over. Nagito can probably be saved.
Yeah, I got it.
He only needs 3 kidneys.
What? I quickly got dressed, even though it looked like I was dressed in the CG, and headed over to the hospital with Mikan. Although I did wonder why it was necessary to be so pumped up for someone like Nagito.
Don't worry about that.
Oh well.
I'm sorry that I value the lives of our classmates, even the ones who are twisted, evil, and apparently extremely honest.
Best not to think about it? Okay.
The goods are in the lobby!
Don't you start!
Nagito is in his patient room. Please hurry and see how he's doing.
What? That seems a little strange.
Yes, it does.
Okay, well, just
The
a moment
goods are in the lobby. The Monokuma announcement hasn't played yet, so I believe Ibuki is still sleeping, because these days she sleeps no matter what. I don't really know if that's true or not, though. I'm sorry I spoke without your permission, Master. But it'd be bad if we woke her up, so please check on Nagito first and don't go check other rooms to get more dialogue. Nope. Okay, just do it anyway then. He's stable now, but I'm still worried. I'm sorry I'm suggesting you something. If I asked for you to check on Akane, would you check on Nagito?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, would you please check on Akane's condition? I hear she's naked.
Oh, God. Oh, God!
Drool.
There I saw Nagito, who'd managed to sit up in his bed.
Oh no, Hajime. Aren't you paying careful attention to the screen? There I saw Nagito, who managed to sit up in his bed.
Whoa!
Or it's a typo.
I really hope it's a typo!
Nagito, can you hear me? Hajime came by to see how you were doing! The twin Ibukis are singing. I see. Ibuki must have been a twin duo. The Veronicas.
Is he supposed to be cured? Because I don't think he is.
Look at my face. I'm in so much better shape.
Well,
It's not like he was completely cured. He was just able to recover from his critical condition. He's less likely to fall over dead spontaneously. They were utilizing their characteristic as twins, and they've been taking turns appearing before me. No, that was in the Spirit of Justice game.
Key, 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 key.
Which means there are actually 17 people on this island. Veronica's. That's the answer.
Okay, after seeing this, it
might have been better if he stayed quiet for just a little bit longer. Oh, that's so creepy when you guys do that. But I'm so glad. I'm so relieved Nagito regained consciousness.
Me too, can you put him out?
Me too, can you put me out? I'm so glad. Oh, I feel dizzy. Somehow, everything is spinning around me.
Oh, good.
Oh, I don't feel any different, just kind of physically sick. How predictable.
Shouldn't you get some rest already? You should be exhausted from nursing without any sleep, right?
Then, if you insist, I'll use the on-call room upstairs.
I'll be along shortly.
You must be mentally exhausted, so it's better if you relax in the lobby instead.
Yeah, I'll do that. There's a stretcher in there anyway.
Then, even though it's the morning, good night.
Mikan wobbled around a bit, then left the room. She's definitely exhausted.
Oh, I seem to have gone through the wrong door. Oh, Mr. Monokuma dressed in a doctor's outfit? Is that some kind of an alien you're wheeling around on a stretcher? Why are you doing that? What are you doing to him? Oh God, that's unspeakable!
Well, it's understandable. I mean, she fell asleep when she was supposed to come wake me up.
Man. All alone with Hajime, huh? I can't stand being in the same room as you.
Don't worry, I'm leaving. You should focus on curing that crappy disease of yours.
It's awesome. Yeah, hurry up and go away. I don't want to see your face anymore.
I'll talk to you one more time.
Hey.
What are you doing? Hurry up and go away. I don't want to see your face anymore.
All right, I'm going now.
You sure there wasn't in there, right?
I looked. Okay! The morning Monokuma announcement should be starting soon. I should wait at the lobby for the transmission.
Central Street in broad daylight is a joke we made in another LP.
Yes, Damon, that's very good.
Danganronpa. Danganronpa.